Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Multiverse. Today, we're jumping back into What If Sonic Died and wrapping up the Shadow the Hedgehog arc. This narration is going off of the assumption that you're all caught up to date, so if you're not, I'd recommend watching the previous parts first. So without further ado, let's jump right into part 7. Within one of the many labs of the Space Colony arc, codenamed Crazy Gadget, Shadow and Omega fought against Black Doom, the messiah of the Black Arms.
You wish to stand against me? Futile. This world is already ours.
Black Doom gestured out into space.
Behold, the instrument that will be your doom.
A large mass appeared, revealing itself from behind the half-destroyed moon. This was the Black Comet. Shadow suddenly recoiled in pain as he felt thousands of consciousness aboard the Black Comet. They were all members of the Black Arms. He thought there was a lot of them on Earth, but those numbers were eclipsed by what was aboard that comet. Omega, no matter what, we can't let that comet get to Earth.
Affirmative. Your efforts will be fruitless. Once I have all 7 emeralds, I can bring the comet down to Earth. Then those disgusting humans will either fall in line or be consumed. However, I'm sorry to say, neither of you will be there to see.
Black Doom suddenly felt a hard kick to the back of his skull. It was Rouge the Bat. God, you talk too much. She quickly turned to her teammates. Shadow, Omega, we have a problem. Tails and Knuckles are under attack on Angel Island. They're being overrun by Black-armed soldiers.
Tragic, but we do not have time to waste on those meatbags. We have aliens to exterminate.
You're right, so let's make this quick. Rouge quickly tossed over 3 Chaos Emeralds. 2 she had found in the Mad Space, and the Silver Emerald she had grabbed during Black Doom's monologue. They quickly joined the other 4 Shadow already possessed. At last, Shadow had all the Chaos Emeralds.
Let's finish this.
The emeralds began to cycle around the ultimate life form as he prepared to enter his super form. But Black Doom witnessed this.
No! I won't let you ruin everything!
The Dark Lord picked himself up with his 2 arms and flew at Shadow. Shadow saw him coming and attempted to use a super chaos control to warp the Dark Lord into parts unknown, with Black Doom trying to do the same to his offspring. They both enunciated the words,
Chaos Control!
Both father and son disappeared in a white void of chaos energy, reappearing in Hidden Palace Zone. You see, when the opposing forces of super chaos energy had collided, it caused an astounding outburst, bringing them to the controller of the Chaos Emeralds, the Master Emerald. Black Doom looked at the massive gemstone.
What is this? I can sense its power. It eclipses that of even the Chaos Emeralds. Fascinating.
Suddenly, Black Doom's attention was reacquired when a sudden burst of light came from mere feet away from him. Standing in front of the Dark Lord was Super Shadow. Black Doom, let's finish this. However, before Shadow could attack the alien figure, he was suddenly interrupted. Shadow, over here! There was Tails, fighting against the Black Bull. He had taken out dozens of Black-armed soldiers, but he was getting worn out, was quickly being overwhelmed. Acting quickly, Super Shadow raced around the Hidden Palace Zone, obliterating all the Black-armed soldiers at near light speed. And then, he raced around the entire island, obliterating the rest of the soldiers. In a mere 5 seconds, the alien army had been reduced to indistinguishable puddles of green, goopy blood. He then quickly flew over to Tails. You alright, kid? I should probably be horrified, but thanks, Shadow. Right, now, to deal with Black Doom. Shadow turned to the alien overlord to hear cackling.
Very well done, Shadow. You've proven yourself the ultimate life form. But this day will still belong to the Black Arms.
Black Doom began to morph and mutate as he stood next to the Master Emerald, with its energy feeding him further.
Now, bear witness to my true wrath.
Black Doom had grown and mutated 1,000 times larger than his base form. His lower half had grown roots and dug deep into Angel Island. Horns and spikes ejected from all corners of his body. A pair of demonic wings ripped out from his back, along with a second head, identical to the one in the front, with a cyclops eye on each. And to finish the transformation with one of his two large, gargantuan arms, he grabbed the Master Emerald and plunged it into his own chest. Green blood wrapped around it, fusing it to his body. As the power coursed through his veins, he had ascended beyond simply Devil Doom. This was Master Doom.
Come, face your death with honor, Shadow.
Tails and Super Shadow stood dumbfounded by the beast. Shadow, what are we gonna do against that?
I'll hold off this monster as long as I can. You call Rouge, tell her what's going on, and tell her to get to the cannon's core. She'll know what to do from there.
Shadow flew high into the air, staring Black Doom directly in the eye. It doesn't matter what form you take. I won't let you harm this planet any further.
Fool, I possess the power to eclipse that of the Chaos Emeralds. You are now nothing but a gnat, waiting to be swatted away.
Black Doom fired a condensed beam of Master Emerald energy at Super Shadow, knocking him out of the air. As the ultimate life form fell towards the island, he felt his super form failing? The Master Emerald. It had disabled the Chaos Emeralds. Without their power, he couldn't stay in his super form. Shadow felt the weight of failure as he fell towards what would certainly be his death. But then, he was suddenly caught by a large metallic hand. What? Shadow looked at his savior. The mech suit sported the logo of the Guardians Unit of Nations. Then, the head of the gun robot looked down at the ultimate life form.
Never expected I'd save you.
Inside the mech was none other than Abraham Tower. Like the new suit, we had it especially ready to deal with Earth-ending threats. It hasn't gone through testing, but no time like the present, right?
Now, let's make Maria proud.
Shadow nodded in agreement as he climbed near the head of Diablon. Diablon rocketed up into the sky, preparing itself for the final battle against Master Doom.
Pitiful. You believe your tin toys can scare me?
Like he had done before as Black Doom, he formed a purple energy boomerang. But this time, the length extended beyond that of a skyscraper.
On guard! Swift strike!
Diablon raced around the sky, trying to dodge the boomerang, but as it got closer and closer, it became clear that they couldn't escape. So they raised the shields and braced themselves for impact. The blade clashed again and again with Diablon's shields, threatening to shatter it.
We can't keep this up forever, Shadow.
I got an idea. Just hold it off as long as you can. Even if he couldn't use them to turn super, Shadow still had access to the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Raising one in his palm, he enunciated the words,
Chaos Control!
Shadow knew that he couldn't cancel out the power of the super swift strike, but he could redirect it. The attack suddenly warped away and appeared behind Master Doom. Now, he may be mighty in this form, but he is anything but mobile, so he couldn't do anything but allow the boomerang to slash him in the back.
Gah! You You'll pay for this.
Devil Doom prepared another attack, but unannounced to the Dark Lord, Diablon had prepared its own special move.
Antimatter cannon, fire!
Diablon let out an explosion, doming out in all directions. Master Doom had taken the brunt force of this attack and shielded himself the best he could. Though he was relatively undamaged, Master Doom would need a second to recover from an attack like that. This was Shadow's opportunity. Shadow leaped off of Diablon, and using whatever chaos energy he had left, he focused it all into a single chaos spear, launching it directly at the heart of Master Doom, knocking the emerald out of his chest.
No!
As their Master Emerald fell down to the island, his trump card had vanished. Now, using the 7 emeralds he possessed, Shadow once more entered his super form and began beating down on Devil Doom. Though wounded, Devil Doom still stood defiantly.
You cannot defeat the Black Arms. You cannot defeat Devil Doom.
Shadow smirked. I don't have to. I'm just the distraction. Devil Doom suddenly felt a pain from his lower half. Diablon was literally ripping the monster out from Angel Island. In the gap now created, Super Shadow flew down, gripping hard onto the beast before enunciating the words, Chaos, Control. Shadow warped the two of them into space. Devil Doom looked up, seeing the arc pointing right at him, specifically the Eclipse Cannon. The monster tried to break free, but Super Shadow held him in place. Within the cannon's core, Rouge stood ready. Looks like I get the final say here. Boom! The Eclipse Cannon fired down at Devil Doom. Shadow flew away at the last possible moment as the beast erupted into millions of pieces. The chunks of mass that was once Black Doom flew off into the cold void, never to be seen again. After a few days, Gun Commander Tower met up with Team Dark. You know, Agent Rouge, I could have you court-martialed for working with a known enemy of the state. Oh, come on, Abe. You know I've never been one for rules. I suppose. When you destroyed Devil Doom, you did wipe out all the invaders, saving us a lot of trouble and casualties. Affirmative. It is quite unfortunate they all died simultaneously. I wish to have wiped them out one by one. Hey, don't worry. You guys can get the credit, as long as you get Nucky out of that crystal. I assure you, our scientists have already gotten him out. Well then, while he's recovering, I should probably try taking that jewel of his. Shadow interrupted her. What Rouge means is that we'll be hunting down Dr. Eggman to bring him to justice. You're such a party pooper. Team Dark was about to turn and leave when Gun Commander Tower stopped them. Wait. Look, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but if we're both trying to protect this world, maybe it'd be better if we combined our efforts. Shadow looked up with interest. Rouge here is already a member. I'm sure she could talk you through the ropes. So, what do you say? Would you like to join Gun? Shadow looked at Rouge and Omega. It's not my decision to make. I'm a paid agent either way.
I am also satisfied, as long as it is I who destroys Dr. Eggman.
Shadow thought long and hard about his response. He thought about all of the things Gun had done against him. Targeted him, wrongfully imprisoned him, killed Maria. But he also thought about all the lives Gun had saved, including his own life. A lot can change in 50 years. Directors come and go, reforms are made, and with Gun's resources, Shadow would be able to ensure Maria's wish would come true. Shadow smiled. Very well, Commander. I would happily join your organization, but I still want to do things my way. Very well, I can respect that. Just try not to break too many rules, Agent Shadow. The pair gave each other a salute before leaving to protect the world Maria loved so much. And this is where we'll be leaving this what if for right now. Did you guys enjoy this adaptation of Shadow the Hedgehog? And where do you think the story will go from here? Sonic 06. sorry, it's in my throat. Anyway, if you have any theories, just leave them in the comments below. I'm ComicFan13, and I hope you have a good day.